Hello, Wilder Wildcats. Welcome to the news on WWOA for Friday, April 18th. I'm Gwen, and my co-anchor for today is Yusuf. Miss Walker's class is here to lead us in the pledge for the roar today. Would everyone please stand?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the roar and repeat after us. I shall demonstrate respect for myself and others, ownership of my choices and behavior, achievement to reach my personal goals, and responsibility for my actions and my learning.
Thanks to Elsie, Marley, Quentin, and Chandler from Miss Walker's class. Now let's go to Yusuf for our announcements and news.
Thank you, Gwen. Hello, our Wildcats. I'm Yusuf. We would like to welcome Mr. Parkins next for Praises with Parkins.
Hello, everybody. It's good to be with you today, and I hope everyone has had a fantastic week and a great Friday. Now, let's begin with celebrating those staff members and students that deserve our recognition and appreciation. First of all, we want to recognize as Staff of the Week, Miss Golf, Miss Phillips, and Miss Matija. And the book fair had an outstanding showing this year. They raised $14,000, over $14,000 in sales, which is indicative of the culture and love of reading created by our engaging student-centered diverse library. We appreciate the outstanding job by Miss Matija and her team. It is also Library Appreciation Week. Well, it was just this past week, so we want to recognize them for that as well, and the great job that they do each and every day and encouraging the love of reading. Also, we want to recognize Dr. Wallace Owens, and we appreciate her. Last week was Assistant Principals Week. We want to wish her a happy Assistant Principals Week, and we want to thank her for her leadership and her work with all of our stakeholders each and every day. Thanks, Dr. Owens. And now our students. We want to recognize in first grade, Hunter out of Miss Kissick's class for being an effective communicator. Curtis from Miss Kalin's for being a prepared and resilient learner. Eva from Miss Boers being a prepared and resilient learner. And Wade from Miss Martis for perseverance. Congratulations to our students, students of the week in first grade. And then also in kindergarten, Sullivan from Miss Barnes for being a prepared and resilient learner. Oakley from Miss Kessler for being an effective communicator. And Jose from Miss Hoffman being prepared and resilient learner. Congratulations to these kindergarten students of the week. Well, I want to welcome and everyone back. Hopefully people have got back into routine after NTI. And I want to thank all of our staff and students and our parents for helping our students stay on top of their work while we were out for the flooding last week. Again, it's good to have everybody back here in school. We were able this week to have a great PTA meeting on Tuesday and a great week of learning. Finishing up map testing and preparing each and every day for the KSA assessment for our third, fourth, and fifth graders. And I know they're working very hard with their teachers to get ready. And students, I want to see lots of proficiency this year on the assessment. And remember, if you are proficient, you will be a top cat. And being a top cat here at Wilder is a very special title. And a very special recognition where students get shirts. We put your picture in our lobby. It's framed. We also have a special event for you in the fall. So we have to work hard to prepare for that each and every day, so that we do our best on our KSA testing, which will be coming up in May. So students, keep working hard. If you're not a third, fourth, and fifth grader, if you're in the earlier grades, you're finishing up your learning and all of your assessments. And many of you are also participating in sharing your milestone for your backpack, doing your backpack presentations in the earlier grades. So there's work all around that's important to get finished between now and the end of the school year. So have a great weekend. Come back, recharge, ready to go next week to keep that learning happening all the way through the finish line and finishing the school year. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Parkins. Next up is Dr. Owens with Owning It with Owens.
Wheels on the bus going round and round. Got the wheels on the bus going round and round. Yeah, wheels going round and round. Yeah. We rolling.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Wilder Wildcats. You caught me again. I was in here jamming to the wheels on the bus because I want to tell you about a very important day that's coming up on Tuesday, April 22nd. We celebrate school bus drivers. All right. We show our appreciation for them, the dedication, the kindness, and all those early morning smiles that they give us, and especially early here at Wilder with our early start time. So, fun facts about school bus drivers and school buses. Did you know that the first school bus was a horse-drawn wagon, and it was introduced in 1827? The first motorized school bus appeared in 1914. Did you know that the average school bus can carry 50 to 70 students? That's like carrying 2 classrooms on wheels. Did you know school buses are the safest vehicles on the road, even safer than cars and trains? And the yellow color of a school bus was specifically chosen because it's easiest to see in the early morning and in low light. A school bus driver drives hundreds of miles each week, all to make sure that students get to school safely, and that there are over 26 million children in the U.S. that ride school buses daily. 61,000 students in JCPS alone that ride the school bus, and about 200 Wilder Wildcats that ride the school bus to and from school each day. So we want to really show our appreciation to those drivers that make sure we get here safely every day. So how could you show some appreciation? Well, some easy ways. First of all, you could say thank you. As you get on or off the bus, that goes a long way. Also, you can make a thank you card and you could share with your driver. If it's okay with your family, you could even bring a small handmade art project or treat. And the best way to show appreciation every single day is to make sure you're following the rules and helping to keep the bus clean for the driver and for your friends who are on the bus with you. So let's take a moment every day, but especially on Tuesday, April 22nd, to make sure that we show our appreciation to our bus drivers. And that's all I have for you today.
Thank you, Thank you, Dr. Owens. Finally, today, Mrs. Stanton will be sharing her words of wisdom.
Hello, good morning, boys and girls and staff. Good to see you all on this Friday. We are talking about loyalty this month, and so my words of wisdom, we'll talk about loyalty this week. Based on an article titled The Sense of a Goose, when one of the geese gets sick or is wounded by a gunshot and falls down, 2 geese fall out of line with him. They follow him down and stay with him until he can either fly again or till he can fly again. The author wrote, "If we have the sense of a goose, we will stand by each other." Geese understand the importance of surrounding themselves with friends who will share not only the journey, but also the burden. They choose friends who will encourage them along the way, and they know the importance of standing by those they care about through the good times and the bad. Think about how different this world would be if we human beings also had the sense of a goose. So let's think about how we can be loyal to our friends and we can stick by them and be good friends over the last 30 days of school or a little bit less, boys and girls. Let's see what kind of friends we can be to each other. with something to think about. This is Miss Stinson. Make it a wilder, wonderful day or not. The choice is always yours. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you, Miss Stenton. Now let's go back to Gwen.
Thank you, Yusuf, Mr. Perkins, Dr. Owens, and Miss Stinson. Thanks for watching WWOA. We will see you next week, and let's all say our motto together. Wilder Wildcats always do their best.